play the game. It's to have some sort of seizure of the neck muscles as soon as I try to move left or right. Good afternoon, sir. You gangly-limbed man who doesn't understand how to wear a beret. Would you like something? Would you like a new face? Would you like a smack in the face? Hello. Yes, how are you today, sir? I do hope that you're alright. Don't mind me while I just sort of do my squats here. How do I progress the dialogue? You must be very brave to work here at night. Yes, because I have to deal with freaks like you. Anyway, I'm not here to buy anything. I heard an odd noise by the dumpster, by which you mean an odd noise. Could you check it out? Why is this my job? What am I, your mother? Oh. Right. Okay, so this is how you move the camera, is it? Right. So as you move, you seem to tremble in absolute fear. And you can run a little tiny bit. Okay. Interesting. I must confess I have never seen a game operate quite like this before. I'm not wholly sure that this is intentional, but it doesn't matter. We will pretend like this is entirely intentional and is a design choice. Right, what are these things on the floor? I think these are bags of rubbish. I initially mistook them for bear traps. So, I should emphasize that I am pressing shift for sprints, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. Oh, good afternoon. How are you today, sir? You're a horny gentleman, aren't you? Do you like to go away? Jump scares kind of need to disappear. Thank you very much. Right then, should we go after him? For the simple reason that I don't want to judder the camera too much by turning around again, I'm going to say yes, we're going after him. Oh, the madness. I shouldn't leave yet. Oh, that's the leaving place, is it? Oh, alright then. Fair enough. We will go back and we will report our findings to our quest giver. Right then. I should emphasize, I think on the developers page they did say that this was their very first game, so be mindful of that, of course. There is much to learn when it comes to video games. And in fairness, they could have gone with that dreadful pre-build that I see all of the time, which would have had like pre-constructed movement animations and stuff like that. So they could have gone with that, and then all of these technical things would have been out of the way, but I would have disliked it enormously because I despise that pre-build. Where has my friend gone? I do not know. Perhaps I should just go back to my job. Yeah, so I appreciate them trying to do something, even if it's a bit difficult, and even if it doesn't come off perfectly. Hello, portly gentleman. Might I assist you with some more business? Perhaps I need to stand in the right bit. Hello. Good afternoon. It seems like the crisps are out of stock. That's interesting. Interesting choice of words there. It's quite rare to find a game referring to them as crisps. Can you get them from the back? Oh, alright. I mean, if you insist. Don't steal anything while I'm not looking. We definitely have CCTV in this place. Honestly, we do. Right then. This is bizarre. I find myself questioning that if I worked in retail, and believe me when I say that I don't have the fortitude for that, I presume the crisps are one of these boxes, though goodness only knows which one it is. I feel that if I was working a night shift and then a very horny gentleman. He doesn't seem to be very pleased about the fact that I refer to him as a horny gentleman, but never mind. It's wholly accurate, so deal with it. Oh, I've lost interest in the crisps, have I? I must be frightened. It takes an awful lot to put a British man off his crisps. Yeah, if someone leapt out from behind a dumpster with a large horn, I don't feel like I'd just go back to my job. I feel like I'd do something about that situation, or at the very least call somebody. What do I know? Do we have to go and turn the power back on, perhaps? Is there some sort of breaker box somewhere? It seems to get a bit better if you sort of move really quickly. Try putting the mouse sensitivity up a bit. don't know if that will help. Oh, goodness! Right, well, I'll try. I'll try, but I don't run dreadfully quickly in this game. Oh, dear. Good afternoon, sir. I hope you're doing alright today. You died! Oh, did I? Oh, okay, I don't think you can restart it, which is a bit of a shame. So what I'm going to quickly do, there are old, because this is the 1.3 version of the game, there are older versions of the game. I'm actually going to download a younger version of the game and see if that doesn't contain this error, because I imagine this is an error that's been cropped up by another fix. So give me a moment, I'm going to check something. Would you look at that? Isn't that lovely and smooth and silky and just absolutely delicious? Like, I don't know, some sort of silk shirt covered in tots or something. I don't blah blah blah. Never mind any other rubbish. Let's go sort this out. Right then, as you can see, everything's lovely, silky and smooth this time around. So yeah, I was on the 1.3 version. I've just quickly downloaded the 1.2 version, which doesn't have a sprint, which is a problem, but it also doesn't have the slow movement. So I'm still going to be moving much faster than I otherwise would have been. So we shall see if I can escape without dying. Oh, hooray! Well, that's good, because I've changed it from an old 4-letter word into a different 7-letter word. Oh well, never mind. That was worth it, wasn't it? It's little and it's silly, but you know, I kind of like it. It's always nice to see where people start, kind of the funny ideas that they come up with, and then go about executing. So that was little, that was silly, but I rather enjoyed it. So. Any settings of interest? Mystery setting. If I was not a gentleman, a 4-letter word would escape my face. In the meantime, let's get on with the bleeding game. Ahem. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I deserved that, didn't I? Pissing around with the settings as I always do. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a little game called Something in the Woods. Goodness only knows what it is, but I can hear some funky music. Oh goodness. Somebody has turned the VHS player off. By VHS I meant cassette. Sorry. You'll forgive me if I'm a little out of sorts. I need to get coffee. After that, mate, I need something stronger than coffee. I need a police car that's only as high as my hip. No, I need a bottle of whiskey after that, my friend. Giddy on, I don't even drink anymore and I need a bottle of whiskey. Alright, so, however light, isn't that an excellency? Yes, never mind. Sorry, that threw me rather severely, as I imagine it was supposed to, but never mind. It's a lit cigarette here. Half-smoked, still burning cigarette. That's weird. Someone must have left it in a hurry, maybe. Well, presumably, as is my understanding, these things are A, rather addictive, and B, rather expensive, and as such, you would rather not waste them. Hello? Can I buy some things? Is there some sort of coffee vending machine device? This might be what this is. Are these a lot of wanted posters? No, these are missing person posters, not wanted posters. I thought we were in the Wild West for some bizarre reason. Can I steal a donut? Never mind the murder, we'll get to the murder later. Can I steal a donut? I really shouldn't. Coffee is enough. No, coffee is not enough. Not anymore, it isn't. Where's the coffee machine? Is this the coffee machine? This looks more like some sort of air frying machine. Oh no. Cup of coffee. Good. Can I have it? I should go to the counter and pay for it first. Oh, excuse me, and I pay for the coffee, please. Maybe somebody's in the back room. Yeah, or maybe they're slightly, and by slightly I mean utterly dead. It looks fresh, and there is much of it. I should investigate this and follow the trail to the back room. Alright, as long as we don't end up in the back rooms, I will be pleased. Oh, good afternoon, sir. I've heard of being legless after a bottle of whiskey, but never headless. A dead body with no head. What the hell happened here? His head was detached with force. seldom have I seen a head get detached, period, but more seldom still, have I ever seen a head get detached without the use of force. What could have done this? I must find out, or alternatively we could run the hell away from it before it decides to detach our head with force. Giddy heart. Is this the packet the cigarette came from? Quite possibly, yes. What does this note say? If you go outside for a smoke or something else, maybe you should go in pairs, because I remember hearing weird noises in the woods. They were almost human-like. I like that you say human as if that's bizarre, right? As if, can you imagine a human around here in this shop where humans shop for human food, as opposed to it being something like, I don't know, an eldritch abomination. I feel like human should be the first assumption, and then prove it otherwise. But it's probably just wolves, or mountain lions, but still, be careful outside. Listen for the sounds. Alright, are you tending to... Goodness, I'd forgotten I'm an American police officer. Alright, so oh goodness, I can aim. Oh, so we must follow the trail. Oh, but I don't really want to follow the trail. I feel a bit nervous about following the trail off into the distance. I also wonder why I'm leaving my battery to run down, but never mind. You sure I can't just, like, stand out in the middle of the road and get run over? Can I actually get onto the road? How far will it let me go? Just out of pure blind curiosity. Much further than I thought I'd get. I need to get coffee. No, I need to run the hell away from this place as fast as is humanly possible. Right, sorry. I like pushing games to see precisely what they're made of, and this one's settings menu is made of a hell of a lot, so I intend to see this game to its absolute extent. What can we find down here, apart from another demand for coffee? Alright, fine, we'll get you your caffeine. Can I have the coffee now, or has seeing the head which was detached with force put me off my appetite? I know you want me to go off into the woods, and I promise we will go into the woods in a minute, but first I wish to drink coffee. I am not allowed to drink coffee. You can just hear a bing-bong noise that bizarrely is asymmetric in that it doesn't play when you leave, but alright. I suppose it's not important for the clerk to know when somebody has left, but rather when somebody has arrived. Yeah, that wasn't a wolf. And it wasn't a mountain lion. We don't have mountain lions, nor wolves in this country, so as such I have never heard ones howling in the woods. The most I've ever heard is a fox, but believe you me, that was no wolf, no mountain lion. But I presume that I'm going to have to shoot whatever it is that's going to leap out from the trees like some sort of Tarzan on cocaine, and I just meant to pick it up, actually, not shoot it, but never mind. I forgot that you don't interact with click in this game. So I could go off to the left where it looks like there's a camp, or I could go off to the right here where there's another bloodstain, so it seems like it wants me to go this way first. So now I've shot the flashlight, I'm going to have a look over here and see what I can find, other than more corpses. A bonfire, canned beans, and a pot. Looks like someone was in the middle of preparing food. Indeed, goodness, and executing somebody, it would seem. What does this say? Day 4. I'm here all alone in the middle of the woods. Well, not exactly. There's a gas station about 10 minutes away, but it's my first camping trip, so you've got to start somewhere. I've been trying to climb the mountain, and I definitely made progress on the first day. It's challenging, but I think I will do it tomorrow. I have also just been sitting here by the fire, enjoying the silence and the nature. It's really great, apart from the weird animal and bone-chilling screams in the middle of the night. Yeah, apart from that little detail, which I think would make most campers run the hell away. The first night they were far into the woods and mountains, but slowly over the days they have been getting closer to me. Last night I heard them very close, maybe just 35 feet from my tent. That's an oddly specific distance. That night I also heard something walking around my camp. I pray that it is just some animals. Putting that aside, right now as I write this journal, I am preparing some beans. I really like these beans from the gas station. They are really delic. Bizarre turn of phrase you've got going on there, my friend. Reminds me of that old song, I think it was written by Cole Porter, De Lovely. A camping tent. Looks like someone left in a hurry. Okay, you can also shoot with control, bizarrely. I was just trying to crouch so that we could get a better look in there and see if that is a pillow, a lumberjack shirt, or a stain of blood. But it seems that we're not allowed to do that. We're just allowed to riddle everything with lead. My Idiot. Right, forgive me for riddling everything with lead like some sort of absolute numpty, and instead somebody can escape from an alien spacecraft that was passing over. Hello, recent abductee. How are you today? A dead body with no eyes. Ouch. Something tore his stomach and his eyes are missing. Whoever did this was not human. Really? You know what this actually reminds me of, bizarrely? The fact that he had a missing head and this guy's got missing eyes. It actually reminds me of the Identity Thief mission from Arkham City, where Hush is killing people and stealing parts of their face in order to produce a new face. Perhaps that's what this fellow's doing. He's like getting any spare bits he can find in order to produce a nice new face. He just tried to be efficient and get all in one from the gas station clerk, but realised I had the wrong eye colour, so I had to steal somebody else's Jeepers Creepers. Ah. Good evening, you fuzzy load of pixels. Oh goodness, what have I done? He's got physics. That's more than I expected. Hello, friend. How are you today? I need to report all of this. I have a radio in my car. Hello, friend. How are you? Half-eaten body. It's half-eaten. Yes, I know that. I read that the first time you said it. I didn't need your second thought. It's interesting, really. I wonder if the written dialogue is like what he's saying, and then the stuff in parentheses, the parenthetical text, if you like, is in reality his thoughts, or possibly some form of narration. Goodness only knows. Right then, I feel like my revolver should have probably run out of bullets by now. So if somebody else does decide to leap upon me, I don't imagine it's going to go very well for me. But at the same time, I am sort of holding out for a secondary spook. Because when I saw that we had a gun and then we shot that guy, I was thinking that made it a little bit less scary. It's generally combat in horror games don't work very well unless it's for the sake of the gameplay. And little indie games are less for their gameplay and more for their raw spookaliciousness. So I'm wondering if the spooks are not finished. I sincerely hope not, because if we just got in the car and then it was like, the policeman got in the car and he radioed for help and then he lived happily ever after, that would be a bit of a bummer. I mean, not for the policeman, who would like to go back to his wife and kids, but for me and for you, who are trying to get some entertainment out of the misery of others. May I call somebody on the telephone? It was at that point that Plot decided it was really important to get the living hell out of here. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad we're in agreement about that. Well then, that was little and dinky, but sort of quite cute and fun. Yes, that was interesting. I was expecting a more explicit scare at the end there, with like the monster reappearing, perhaps. But perhaps the monster could have reappeared, and then you were out of bullets all of a sudden, which might have been nice. But that was quite good, actually. I was thinking that last scare with the half-eaten body was going to be a bit of a letdown, given that we could shoot him, but they pulled it back at the end quite nicely. So that was good. I rather enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.